Hello everyone, welcome to this Sims 3 house design video. So today I'm here in Plymouth Isle, which is a world that I created from scratch, and you can check out the playlist where I created this world on my channel. And today I'm building an apartment building here in Plymouth Isle, and I know that last time I built an apartment building I said that I wasn't going to do another one, but I changed my mind. So yeah. This is on lot number 47 in Plymouth Isle, so if you want to, you can download it. There's a link in the description below, and you can add it to your own game. So yeah, I decided to build an apartment building on this lot, and I may or may not build another apartment building somewhere else in the world. I'm not sure yet. It just depends. I guess we'll see. So I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to make any, statements about this being the last one or not, because I really don't know. But yeah, so this house, or this apartment rather, ends up covering the entire top floor of this building. So it ends up having 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it's quite large. It has a nice amount of outdoor space and very nice views of the ocean, so that's pretty cool. Now, like the main kind of design thing I was going with for this building was for it to have like a parking lot underneath. So like instead of having a first floor, there's like this parking lot area, and then like there's the second floor and third floor. Now, it didn't work out. Well, it did work out, but it took me a few tries to get there in the end with the spacing of the columns. So you'll see as I go through like several different iterations here of column spacing and like sizing. So right now I have columns every 2 blocks, but I end up, I think, having columns every 4 blocks in the end because this looked like too many columns, so I didn't end up doing it. So yeah, this apartment ends up being quite expensive. I think it ends up being like 155,000 simoleons. And I mean, I guess it's not technically an apartment since you have to buy it, in the game. You're not paying rent. So I guess it's more of a condo, but it is quite expensive. There are 4 other apartments, and I say that in air quotes, 4 other apartments in the building. They're not really real apartments. They're just empty rooms, but you could imagine those as apartments. And of course I placed all of the objects on the lot from By2Bug to make this function as an apartment building. So your sim will only be able to edit, without cheats, you will only be able to edit your own apartment and no other part of the building or lot. And then the other apartments will just be black rooms because I have hidden room markers in there. And if your sim goes and like knocks on the door for one of those, there should be like some sim that like appears as like a neighbor. Because I set those as NPC doors. So yeah, it is set up as like a late night apartment building. And so yeah, it should all work in that way. But anyway, right now I'm just kind of getting this structure down. It's kind of like an L shape, as you can see here, and I don't end up making it this big. I only make it 3 stories tall maximum, so having a 4th floor here does not happen, mainly because of the roof situation. I wanted to use like a freeze level inside the roof, and I can't do that because having the 4th floor here plus the foundation meant I used all 5 levels, so that was kind of annoying. So yeah, and also I think the building just looks better being only 3 stories. It just is more appropriate, I think, for the surroundings, because it ends up being about the same height as the office building rabbit hole that's right next door. So it kind of fits in. It also just kind of fits like with the footprint of that building, because it's like L shaped. So I don't know, I feel like it fits a lot well, and kind of does like a good job being here like at the end of this road. I called this Primrose Apartments because I named the road Primrose Lane or something, or Primrose Lane. I think it's Primrose Lane. I realized I said the same thing twice, but anyway. Yeah, so here I'm just getting the roof in. It doesn't stay this way though because I do remove an entire level, so bear with me here for a little while I attempt to make some changes here. But yeah, it goes through a few different phases before I get to what I end up making it look like. But yeah, you can also see there's like plenty of balconies, so there's like several that face the ocean there. Off to the side, there's also like ones across the front and then one in the back. So yeah, plenty of ocean views. And the apartment that I ended up making ends up having, I think, 6 balconies. So yes, lots of balconies, lots of outdoor space, of which of course you'll see. Right now I'm adding in the elevator shaft because this building does end up having an elevator. There's no actual interior, there's no usable staircase. There's no interior staircase. I do add a fire escape in at the end, in the back, just because I felt like there had to be some sort of staircase thing, because otherwise it was really unrealistic. I know it's still unrealistic not to have an internal staircase, definitely not legal, but this isn't real life, so it's fine. There isn't really any space to put a staircase in on the inside of the building, so it's just an elevator. So yeah. Anyway, here I am working out the floor plan that does not at all stay this way in any way, shape, or form, especially since I believe I've still yet to remove this whole level. So, just everything that's happened here is just, preliminary. But yeah, it doesn't end up looking like this. So yeah, but it does end up having 3 bedrooms, just like this floor plan does, they're not in the same places there. Let's see, how long do you think it'll take me before I start deleting that whole floor up there? Who knows? But down here in the parking lot, I believe there's 6 car spaces, 5 or 6. So yeah, there's 3 there, and then there's 3 over here. So yeah, I ended up putting in a few cars as well. I also made sure to place public room markers everywhere around the lot except for where the apartment is, so that way your Sims are not paying for things that are not inside their apartment. So yeah, and here I'm just adding in a little fence there, so the parking lot is fenced in. And I'm also getting in some trees and stuff. Here we go. So, actually I thought I was removing that floor, but not yet. First I had to put a hideous mansard roof on, and then I finally remove that top floor because this wasn't really working out so well. Anyway, yeah, there it all goes finally. So I do remove all of that, and then this area here becomes an outdoor space, and then that's the roof there. And here I'm just adding in the balconies and flatten off that side. I'm getting rid of that weird bump out thing I had going on. And right now I'm putting in this kind of freeze level here, which makes the roof look a little bit nicer. I also ended up using this wall from Roaring Heights, I believe, which has like a nice little nice little trim to it at the top there, so it makes the roof look kind of nice. I did not end up using it though anywhere else, but like the roof trim and like the front balconies, I think that's where I use it exclusively. But yeah, also this back balcony. So yeah, and just adding some indents here. The elevator was kind of weird just because of the way the building works. It was kind of weird to get the elevator to fit in well. But now I believe we're going to start on the floor plan for the final apartment. So yeah, the main living space is a very open plan, and there's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. All the bedrooms, of course, have closets. So yeah, so I think actually all the bedrooms are the same size as well. I think they're all about the same. So anyway, yeah, that's the final layout, I think, except for this area over here. I haven't yet got that settled in. So yeah, still just figuring out. All those small little 2x1 rooms are going to be a fireplace, for one of them, and then the others will be bookshelves, built-in bookshelves, which you'll see, which look pretty cool. Here I'm getting in the kitchen, which I do change a little bit more from this. I don't have like an L-shaped island there. I end up making 2 separate islands. One kind of where the sink is, actually the oven goes there, and then another one which will be underneath a skylight, which you'll see. So yeah, there's this island here where the sink goes, and there's one there. Actually, there's no sink on that island in the end. There's the fireplace, and then I'm going to put in all these archways here, which are going to be for these built-in bookshelves, which all look very cool. I really like doing that. I think it just kind of makes it look nicer than having the bookshelves just up against the wall normally. Now I'm adding in some doors, so there's a lot of sliding glass doors here. As you can probably already tell, or actually as you probably already saw in the thumbnail, this is kind of a more modern building. I would say like it's more early 2000s modern than like current day modern. It's like modern but slightly dated, I guess. but not really too much. It's still kind of, kind of newer looking, but I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, so right here, just getting in some more windows, which I will have to recolor right now. So yeah, the windows end up being white, so I'm just recoloring those. Also the doors there, lots of doors and windows here to recolor, which I could have done it first, but I never do. So there we go. Yeah, I actually ended up removing those ones and putting them back once with the recolored ones. So yeah, I think it's a little bit faster to do it that way. So anyway, getting those in. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for the windows. Just making some more adjustments over here. This is the second floor, so I'm splitting that up as well. And then the first floor here is basically just the lobby. There's nothing else really there. So it's getting the elevator in, getting in some more doors down here on these areas. Right here, I'm going to extend this out to become a pool area. So there'll be a nice outdoor space that anyone who lives in the building would be able to enjoy. So there's like a pool, there's going to be, and just like a covered outdoor sitting area, which I'm working on right now. So that kind of like comes out from that foundation part. And then I kind of tweaked the foundation. This lot is actually really big. It goes much farther into the water than like what I used, like farther out lengthwise. So not like depth, but like length. Like from the view we're looking at right now, it goes much farther out to the right side. It just keeps going and going and going. So yeah, you could technically really just keep building out over the water if you wanted to. So yeah, it's just like a lot of space on this lot in the water, but I didn't really want to go that far out. But anyway, here I added a second entrance so you can get into the building without having to go through the parking lot, which I thought would be nice. And here I'm just adding in this kind of fence area around that part of the outdoor space. And I'm also going to put the covered area in as well, which will be nice. So just getting that in. And I think I changed it out, to walls, not columns. And I got a nice roof there. So yeah, that's the little covered area outside. Let's see what's happening next. Getting a fence in. So just put like a fence around the front there. I guess why not? So yeah, there's that. And I think at this point I'm going to use some terrain paint here. So I'm just going to terrain paint in the asphalt for the parking lot area and then also for the front walkway. So yeah, just getting that in, doing a slight adjustments to the terrain and stuff. I had to fix the pool because it was kind of weird. So yeah, just doing that right now. But yeah, so I mean, there's a few tweaks to this little area here. This entrance off of the parking lot. And I also had this little half wall divider there. Also getting in some cars here. And yeah, let's see what's happening next. I think I'm going to start on the interior of the apartment fairly soon. And then we kind of move to the outside, which is a little unconventional, but that's the way I did it here. So here's the skylight that goes over the island in the kitchen, which I thought was pretty cool. So it's actually also fairly large, and you'll see it in the screenshots as well. So yeah. But anyway, here just doing some color adjustments of things. I'm actually just changing the color of this wall here. These fences. So for the balconies and for the roof. So just changing that out to a different color. So there you go. It kind of matches the chimney that way, which I thought was nice. I also decided to add in a few trellises. So I have a trellis here out over this larger porch area, which actually make it even longer than it is there. I actually kind of line it up with the support columns. So yeah, it gets quite big, quite sizable. So just doing that. And I got another one over here as well, over this doorway, just because why not? So yeah, there you go. And now I think we're gonna move inside more so. So yeah, in the kitchen area here, I'm actually gonna adjust where the front door goes. So instead of having the front door to the apartment in the kitchen, it kind of goes into this separate entranceway. And then you have this nice wall here for the kitchen. And then it's a nice little separated entrance into the apartment. Here I'm just recoloring all the doors, interior doors, and also just getting some furniture in the rooms. So I think, yeah, you can see all the bedrooms are pretty much the same size. Anyway, here in the kitchen, living room, dining room area, I'm going to start getting in some furniture. So this is the dining room space over here. I hope the table is mostly usable. It is kind of squished in the corner there, though. There's also plenty of bar stools. There's 3 at one of the islands, or like one of the peninsulas, and then 2 more at the island. So yeah, plenty of seating. And you can see the living room area is over where the TV and fireplace is, with all those built-in bookshelves. But anyway, right now I am working on the kitchen area. So just getting in the cabinet colors and stuff, recoloring all that stuff, and also getting in the dining table, recoloring that, recoloring these bar stools, or like seats there at the counter, and then also doing the furniture in the living room. So just recoloring all this here as well, coffee table, the fireplace, all that kind of stuff. And also the walls. So I'm going to get in a black tile on the walls, which I believe I changed to be horizontal later, because right now it's this vertical tile, but I changed that in a little bit. And then getting in some wallpaper, or paint rather. So getting in some paint on the walls as well, which I think I change. Like at first I make it like a little bit more of a bluish gray, but I changed it to more of a warm gray because I thought it was a little bit too cool for my taste. But yeah, and also I had like a nice little piece of wood there as a transition. And then we're getting in the floor as well. So there's the floor. And then recoloring the appliances in the kitchen, so they're kind of black. And yeah, so I mean, that's kind of the basics here of this kind of main room. Of course, I'm going to add in some details now. So getting in like a microwave, some little pots and pans there. It's the little entranceway to the apartment. I'm also getting in some lighting, of course. So just some lights throughout the space. Some nice lights there over this peninsula area. I couldn't put any lights over the center island because of the skylight. So I kind of had to avoid that area when it came to lighting. Also got a nice little bookshelf in that nook there in the dining room. So I'm just recoloring that right now. And yeah, so yeah, I was going to put a few more things in. Just a few, actually rugs are missing currently, so I'm going to get those in as well. I'm also getting in some plants and stuff. There's the other bar stools. Painting some of the other rooms. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Getting in some blinds, always good to have that. Some art on the wall. There's one of the rugs. So the rugs I think are pretty simple, nothing too crazy. I go with I think just kind of like a fabric sort of pattern. Not that color though, I didn't really like that color. So I toned it down a little bit to be a little bit more neutral. Yeah, and yeah, so I think that is mostly the living space done. I'm doing the entrance here. There's like a mirror and a side table. I put some lights in the bookshelves there so they kind of light up. I also put in a stereo as well right there, so that's cool. And then another rug. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this main living space and how that turned out. I think it's kind of cool. It's like a nice open, more modern space. I actually changed this little closet that I'm making right now to a laundry room off camera because I realized there wasn't laundry in the apartment. So I decided to do that considering it was a pretty fancy apartment. So I decided I should have that. So yeah, I do change that off camera. I removed some of the lower shelves and put in a washer and dryer. But anyway, here I am adjusting the backsplash. So it's horizontal. And we're also going to move on now to, I think, well, maybe we'll do some of the bedrooms, but I think I do the bathroom first, actually. Also, this hallway here as well. It's like the main hallway that leads up to the apartment. Oh yeah, here's where I tweaked the color, I think, a little bit to make it a little bit warmer. But yeah, so looking good here. Let's see what's happening next. Doing some stuff outside, I guess, getting in the balcony materials here, and like the deck materials and stuff. So yeah, looks a little bit nicer now. Also yellow horse on the kitchen counter there, so no fears. The yellow horse is included in this house. Another rug, some more blinds, and what's happened over here? So yeah, we're gonna do the bathroom now. So this is just the second bathroom. The master bedroom has an ensuite, but this one is just for, guests or other residents to use. Just has a simple stall shower and the sink and a toilet, and has a nice tile that carries up onto the wall. And adding in the details, toilet paper, hand towel, that kind of stuff. So yeah, just recoloring that. I also added in a medicine cabinet there over the toilet, and then also some mats on the floors, and then I think a bit of art, because why not? It looks very nice. And then finally some more towels over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that bathroom. And then I think we might start on some of the bedrooms, getting in some more blinds, also some windows there for that bedroom. Yeah, so this is kind of, I guess, more of a guest bedroom. That was at least the mindset I was in when I made it. That's what I kind of imagined it as, because it's kind of generic, it doesn't have too much going on. But I do go for kind of a purple color scheme in here. So I'm just going through looking for colors. There it is. You can see it has that kind of purple to it. Getting in the nightstands there. And then I'm going to get in a dresser as well under the windows. And then getting in some lamps too. Going through the different color options here. I went with gray, and then getting a little clock on the table. Nice painting there. And then also some curtains, which are also, of course, going to be this matching color to the bed. And, just some details and stuff. Oh, getting a little electrical box there. And a rug, of course. So getting that in. And yeah, so a pretty simple room. I feel like it kind of would work as a guest bedroom. But, of course, you can do whatever you want with it. So here, putting in the clothes in the closet there. Again, just decoration, but I think it just is a nice detail to have. And also getting in some plants. So over here, we're starting on the master bedroom, which is the same size as the guest bedroom, but has an ensuite bathroom. The master bedroom has a balcony that faces the front, whereas the guest bedroom has access to that large, huge kind of balcony at the back. But that large balcony also has access to just the hallway in general. So, it's kind of like a bonus for that room. But this bedroom has its private balcony, its own balcony, and its own bathroom. So even though it's not any bigger than the other bedrooms, it is nicer in that sense. But yeah, here just going through different colors for lamps. I really had trouble figuring out what color I wanted to make the lamps in this room. But yeah, was working through that. And yeah, I think I finally settled on one right there. And then also getting in a piece of art there over the bed. A dresser right there. It does kind of block that door to the closet, but again, it doesn't need to really, that door doesn't need to be opened, because it is just decorative for a decorative closet anyway. So your Sims wouldn't be able to go in there, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, this is the master bathroom. So we have a tub shower combo in here, and then also a sink and toilet as well. So just recoloring some stuff here. Gonna have the tile carry up onto the wall there. Also getting in a mirror, and then just the nice details. So you have, your toilet paper, your towel there, which I'm recoloring, and then the other towels as well. So yeah, pretty simple. Just getting in some rugs as well. But yeah, so I mean, that is the master suite, the master bathroom, rather. Also, I'm going to get in some nice arch there, I guess, over the dresser, and I'm also going to put in some carpet, some different carpet, and a rug. And yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it for the master bedroom. So doing some recoloring, also getting a clock there in the living room, and a mirror on the wall there. Anyway, the last bedroom is going to be a kid's room or teen's room, however you want to interpret it. It has a bunk bed. It also has a computer in it. Also has its own balcony as well. Also has a little bookshelf there. Also, I put a phone in the entrance. And I'm going to get a bunch of posters on the walls in this room as well. So finding a poster to put over the desk there. And I'm also going to get a dresser in. Actually, not a bunch of posters. It seems like maybe one so far, but I think I put more than that in. Yeah, and I actually don't change the color of the bed sheets, but I do change the frame to metal from white. Getting a little mirror in the corner, getting some things there. Yeah, there's some more art on the walls. Getting in some lighting as well in these rooms. And yeah, so looking pretty good here. Just some details on the desk and on the dresser, and then a rug. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the bedrooms, and for pretty much most of the interior. of this apartment. So yeah, pretty happy with how it turned out. We're going to move on now, I think, to more of the outside of the building because I haven't even added color to the outside yet. So we'll get to that in a moment. Here I'm just adding in the hallways and stuff, detailing them, and also adding in doors to the other apartments. So, it's getting all that set up. And I guess that's what's happening. I was considering putting in a staircase, but I really couldn't figure out any place to. So I ended up putting it here. It's like a fire escape, basically. So, of course, it doesn't actually function, but that's the idea. And it was kind of weird because of the way that the building is, and it has like this recess there. So it was just kind of all really wacky, but whatever, it's fine. I also didn't leave the ladder at all, because right now I have a ladder there. I actually changed it to be a staircase, like that. So, not super secure since anyone could just walk up the staircase just as you could walk down it, but, we don't worry about that. So anyway, here is the lobby to the building where the elevator is. So just recoloring the elevators. And then I'm also going to, I think, put in some pretty simple stuff in here. So some blinds on the windows. I get in like really basic furniture. So like a couple couches and like a coffee table. And that's like pretty much it. There's like a mat there, some mats by the doors, but yeah, I know a plant there. But yeah, I think that's like pretty much all that I put in the lobby area. Right now I'm choosing the exterior color, which I think I went too dark initially, so I kind of brightened it up a little bit. And then I went with this kind of stone material for the columns for the building. So you'll see that here, just coming along. So yeah, that's basically the exterior color palette. Again, something a little bit more modern. And yeah, just kind of cover the columns in that dark kind of stone material. But yeah, so I mean, that's the interior is pretty much done here. So I basically just have this outside stuff to do. So outdoor furniture, landscaping, that sort of stuff. So yeah, putting in all of that exterior color and stuff like that. Also, those walls already ended up being the correct color, which is nice. And yeah, so just adding a metal texture there to the fire escape as well. And I believe there's a few more things I'm doing around here. Getting some railings in for the stairs. Also some trees. So yeah, some nice trees there out front, including a nice cherry blossom tree. And now we're starting on some landscaping. So yeah, pretty much, you know the drill. Basically the same kind of landscaping I've been doing with all these Plymouth Isle builds. I was going to do those hedges, but I did not end up liking that. So I got rid of those at some point. But yeah, so for the roof here, getting the roof in. Also, I'm going to put in a couple air conditioner units there as well. And yeah, I'm getting in some outdoor lights too. I need those. So those are always good to have. Oh yeah, so I had to touch up some areas of paint that I missed. Actually, I didn't add any outdoor lights yet, but I will. So I thought I was going to do it right then, but I didn't. Actually, I'm doing it right now. So yeah, I'm going to get in some outdoor lights on the columns in the parking lot, and then also on like all the balconies and stuff. So those are all lit up, which is good. So yeah. And also just doing some more painting stuff here in this kind of those areas. Some more bushes now, some more landscaping, kind of continuing it down the side here, smoothing out some of the terrain, some ferns and bushes and things just coming around the back here. Not getting too much into the sand though. I don't really want that. I wanted to, keep it mostly in the grass area. I also put in the apartment building mailbox there. And also the trash chute, so your Sims don't have to go outside to throw things away. They can just step right outside their apartment and throw their trash down the trash chute right there. And yeah, there go the hedges. And what am I looking for? Oh, yeah, I accidentally put in the hidden room markers and public room markers prematurely and kept having to add and remove them because it wouldn't let me change things. There's a cheat that I could have just easily put in that would let me continue to make edits, but whatever. You know what? We don't worry about it. It's fine. I think it's like restrict build by or something on some apartment lots. Or I don't remember what the cheat was. You can look it up if you want to know what it is. I can't remember. I had to look it up. But yeah, there's a cheat that I used later on, so I could edit stuff without having to constantly keep adding and removing the orbs. But anyway, yeah, I put some outdoor furniture in, which is nice. So some lounge chairs by the pool, also on some of the balconies, and stuff like that. So here I'm just recoloring the pool, like material on the inside there. So that's nice. And then of course I couldn't change the color of that little bit of wall because of the orbs I placed in the lot. So I had to remove those temporarily, and so I could keep going. Yeah, that was a good move by me. So anyway, oh, there's some more bushes. That's exciting. And terrain paint that it wouldn't let me do. So foolish. I really should have just not placed the orbs so soon, but it's fine. Anyway, here we're adding in some terrain paint. So just, classic dirt terrain paint underneath all of the plants and stuff on the lot, just so it looks nice and detailed. So just going through with that here, and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, doing that, getting in that dirt terrain paint. I also get in a dumpster and like recycling bin over there. And I think in the past, people have mentioned that I don't put my dumpsters in areas that would be accessible to a trash truck. Well, it's The Sims, so yeah, it is what it is. I don't really want the dumpster. There's no like good place for the dumpster to go on a lot like this. So, it just went there and it's fine. Just don't worry about it too much. So yeah, here I am getting in the chairs and tables outside in the covered area, which is nice. So that's kind of like a public space, so your Sims can go hang out by the pool there. They can eat there if they want. So yeah, anyway, also painting inside all the columns and stuff black, just so it looks a little bit nicer. So yeah, just gonna do that here. And yeah, just kind of like adding some final touches and stuff like that. So just so things look a little bit more neat and cleaned up. Also fixing under the roof area. I also added some rocks on this corner because I guess why not? Looks kind of nice. So I did that. Just for a little bit of extra detail. But we're actually getting pretty near the end here, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you consider subscribing. You can check out the playlist where I created this world from scratch on my channel. You can also watch me build all the houses in the world, so I'd recommend subscribing if you're not already, so you can see those as they come out, so you can see more videos just like this one here. And of course, this is a playlist on my channel. It has like all my house design videos and stuff for The Sims 3 and for The Sims 4. And of course, you can download the lot. There is a link in the description below. I built this on lot number 47 in Plymouth Isle. So yeah, you can add this to your own games. I hope you stick around for the screenshots. They're coming up in just a few seconds, so you can get a better look at what the inside of this building looks like and everything. So yeah, overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you're all doing well. And yeah, we're pretty much doing the final things here. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you next time.